And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the Cleveland Browns.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
Hey, eat. Hey, I'm coming.
Hey, Alpha.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
On first down, Lawrence.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard.
Hey, Sam on.
Check 99. Check 99. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
Ready.
On second down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Throwing on first down, Lawrence. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the return will stop right around the 25. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Wide, get wide. Check.
Alert.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
56.
Here's Trubisky. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for the Browns. 44 yards.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
At the Dolphins' 26-yard line.
180. Check 52's the mic. I'm coming.
They go with Chubb on second down.
Run to the ball.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They run again on first down. Chubb trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That was a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On the set.
6, Mike, 56. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Set, go.
And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up fourth.
Let's go.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side. Because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
You better be afraid of me. Mike, 55. Right there.
Big Trevor.
On first and 10, Lawrence.
He's not going to get me.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Come on,
They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Hey, high 7. Now.
Throwing again, Lawrence. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. A big play there for the Dolphins. 44 yards.
And the Dolphin first down.
Ready.
So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for first and 10.
5.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 17-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Browns 3, Dolphins nothing.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7.
Hey, Jet, hit it.
Here's a second and 7. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it second and goal.
Check, check. Fresno.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Set, ready. 60 outlaw.
3. Oh, you got deep?
Shoot.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. O.J. Howard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Good bounce-back drive right there. Through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
The Browns take over first.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about it.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play that time for Cleveland. 47 yards. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after, during practice sessions. It becomes part of their repertoire, and it pays off.
On 1st down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Red, touch.
Tight end right. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check, check. 3 down.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, Mike 52.
Now Trubisky to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
18. Hey, alert.
Huddle up, baby. Let's get this.
Motion.
52's the line.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long, and he's going to go down again.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time.
That's what I'm
I
talking
often
about.
laugh and sometimes call just straight-ahead pursuit.
Go ahead,
What
take
a
a seat.
running start
You can't
right back
stop
to the
me.
backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Here we go, set. 90, Wolf.
55. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Now.
55.
Hey, orbit.
Come on, D. Mike, 55.
Get it.
On 1st down, Lawrence eluding the pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Sack, baby, sack.
You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Hey, Delta.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Jam him. Jam him.
Look at me. Door. Leo. Tighten it, go.
To throw on second down, Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Mack Wilson. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
55. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Check. 55 to Mike. Check. 55 to Mike.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
All day, every day.
You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. But now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Now.
Throwing on first down. Lawrence. And the catch made by Hilton. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mike, check. 59.
Rock it.
Watch the screen. Check.
Gone.
Hot. Shift. Check 31.
Hey, rock your fire.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. That one into the hands of Kane.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Here we go.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. He's scared. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55. Man, that's trash.
Look at me. Zip, hit it.
2nd and 2.
We ain't giving up
To the
nothing
right
today.
side, and he's got more complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready?
This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Check 9. Let's go.
Going on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but
60
still,
Pittsburgh.
gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready, ready. 8, read.
55 to Mike.
They gonna need some therapy after this.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Hey, check Mike. Check.
Shoot.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are once again going to retake the lead.
He took you to school.
Lawrence's pass complete to number 84. Touchdown, Miami.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14 to 10. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Cut. Mike, 55. Right there.
Here's Trubisky to throw. Flushed out right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Set, hut. Hey, Lobo.
25's the mic. I'm coming for you. You mine.
They'll throw now on the final play. And an alley to run. Got some room at the 30. And a great move again. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Mike 21, Mike 21.
Ready?
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
52's the mic.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Trash. Let's go.
My 52.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Check 20.
Once more, here's Eckler. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down.
Shit.
Hey, Charlie.
Mike 53.
Big grip.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. O.J. Howard with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. To throw again on second down. Trubisky got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end.
Let's go.
13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Curtis Samuel His third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So now Trubisky will lead his guys to the line. They'll go for 2 here.
It's our time. It's our time.
Mike 55, right there. Lock in.
Right in.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Hey, wahoo!
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there.
Absolutely.
Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
Yeah, now they'll try to pile on.
Get your swerve on!
Bravo! Yo, snap!
On 1st and 10, Lawrence being chased out left. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Down! 50, plant!
Mike's 59! Here we go! Check 37!
Hard!
Say!
Fan!
Back!
5!
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You better
Go now!
Mac Wilson.
70,
The
Indy.
blitz works to
2-drop
perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. And Jennings has it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Ready, break!
This quarterback now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Now Eckler. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Kill!
22 jet bomber! Hey! High 7!
Mike, check. 59. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Here we go.
Mac Wilson
60
able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
80 weapon. Hey, Haywood. Shoot.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The Browns drive about to get started. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. If they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now? I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. It's caught by OBJ. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, You often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Red, up.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Hey, orbit.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Hey, here we go.
On third down, Trubisky. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Trubisky now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Check.
Hey, 18.
They run it again with Chubb. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 42.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Browns on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Go, faster. Ready.
He may try and run for this. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A gain of 8 on the keeper and a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Some pretty good games all weekend. We may have saved the best for last. This Monday night game has been a dandy. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now on 2nd and 13, Trubisky. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 18. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Check Mike 21.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. Now, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
Ready, ready.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, Delta.
Kill, turn up.
2nd and 5.
Let's go, defense. Let's go,
Escaping,
defense.
and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here we go. 8, read.
I got wide.
Hey, 2.
Mike, 53, Mike. Big stop, D. Big stop, let's go. Check safety. Shift, watch the shift.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Pick, baby, all day.
So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Check 180.
21, check Mike 21. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Alert.
Lock in.
Alert 3.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
It makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here?
Deep grip.
Just by a bit, and maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Ball.
This time, Trubisky will throw. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run with Chubb, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
55. Check.
They'll try again with Chubb, and he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They've just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, That's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
Finishes like this. This is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Let's go. Let's do this.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set,
The
ready?
Dolphins at the
18
line,
Gator.
ready for their next
Go.
drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to
Go,
hope to
go,
get
go.
something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Let's get off the field, D.
The quarterback is sacked. A 10-yard loss on the play.
Boom. That's all day.
Second down.
Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Cleveland, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.